This is the TaylorMade ZT Spider putter. This is TaylorMade's first zero torque putter that's supposed to compete with Lab, Odyssey Square to Square, and all other lie angle balance putters. I've been playing with this club for the last 2 weeks, and in today's video, I'm gonna break down my experience. First, I'm gonna talk about the things that I love about this putter. Then I'll highlight some of the things that have really let me down. Then I'm gonna share some of the results that I've had over the last 2 weeks and how this has actually impacted my game. And last, I'm gonna outline who this putter may and may not be for. Stick around to the end of the video because I may or may not be giving one of these putters away to one of my subscribers. Now, I bought this putter because I've struggled with putts that are 8 feet and in. I have a tendency to get really handsy and I was ending up pushing a lot of my short putts. The idea behind square to square is for the club head to stay completely square as you go back and forth through the stroke, helping you start the ball on line. One of the things that I've loved about this putter so far is the feel off the face. This TaylorMade Pure Roll technology is the same exact insert that you'll find on traditional spiders, and it feels incredibly soft off the face. That being said, that's something to be aware of if you like a firmer feeling putter. I've traditionally played more firm blade style putters, and I will say this took me some getting used to in terms of speed putts. I was leaving a lot of putts short at first just because it has such a soft feel off the face. This is also the first time I put a counterbalance putter in the bag. A counterbalance putter has an end weight that helps you ideally create a pendulum effect as you go back and forward throughout the swing, and it also features a really thick super stroke spider grip. I loved the thicker grip. I felt like it helped take my hands out of the equation, but the one thing that I really struggled with was my lag putts. Because of the counterbalance and because of the thickness, I felt a little bit disconnected from the club head, and that led to me having a lot of trouble with my speed control. So although I felt a little bit more confident over those short putts, I had a harder time getting my initial putt to be in that tap-in range. One of the things I absolutely loved about the Spider ZT putter is that it does not really feel like a lie angle balance putter in the sense that it's not like a foreign object down at the ball. This looks like a very traditional Spider putter. Everyone that I played golf with didn't even notice that anything special was happening here. It just looks like a normal putter and you don't get any comments. Nobody makes fun of you for pulling this out of the bag. One of my favorite things that TaylorMade did is they only had 1 degree of forward shaft lean with this club, which helps you feel like it's just a really normal putter down at address, as opposed to some lie angle balance putters that have up to 3 degrees of forward shaft lean. Let's talk about some of the things that I don't love about this putter. The first one is just a result of any lie angle balance putter. Because of the center shafted feeling, when I would hit a ball out of the toe or out of the heel, I almost felt this like twisting jolt effect, which I know is not the intention behind these putters, but as opposed to a blade where there's one anchor point, I could kind of feel the ball rotate the face more than I thought I would. I hope this had solved that problem, but in reality, any putter, if you mishit it, you're gonna feel it and you're gonna be punished. Next thing I didn't love about this putter is because of the counterbalance grip, I had a hard time being consistent in terms of where I was gripping the club. I know they have some lines on here to help you kind of like orient where your hands go, but as opposed to a traditional grip where there's really only one place for your hands to fit, I felt like I could grip this in a million different positions, which I think led to some inconsistency. Overall, I think this is a phenomenal putter, but now let's talk through some of the results that I had and decide if I'm gonna keep this in the bag or not. Prior to putting this putter in the bag, I was averaging between 33 and 38 strokes per round. After playing with this for 2 weeks, that did not change at all. Now, I went in with really high hopes, hoping that a lie angle balance could solve all of my putting problems, and I think I maybe put a little bit too much stock in the potential of changing putters. What I found was, although some things improved, some things got worse. With the Spider ZT, I felt way more confident over the 4 to 5 foot putts that just felt like tap-ins, but I really struggled with my speed control and my lag putting, which in turn resulted in less of those opportunities. I ended up finding myself with a lot of my second putts being a lot longer than they were with when I played a blade. Now, I can't attribute all of that to the TaylorMade head itself. I think a lot of that has to do with the thicker counterbalance grip, which I talked about earlier. So maybe that problem would go away if I started with a traditional 35-inch TaylorMade Spider ZT. But I think there's an important lesson here. If you're in the market for a new putter and you're going to try out lie angle balance, don't expect it to completely revolutionize the way you putt. You still have to practice, you still have to work on your game. In the last round that I played, I pushed legitimately 4 6 foot and shorter putts and ended up missing right, which was the same problem that I had when I would play the blade. So ultimately what I learned from trying this putter out for 2 weeks is that if you're a bad putter like I am, you're still gonna be a bad putter with this club, but the style and the way that you miss just might change. That being said, overall, I think this is a remarkable putter. For anyone who really wants to get into the lie angle balance game, but doesn't want a spaceship looking putter and wants that traditional TaylorMade Spider feel, I would highly recommend giving this a try. That being said, for my game, I'm a little bit of a traditionalist. I love the look and feel and sound of a blade, and I also love how I feel when I pull it out of the bag. Unfortunately, the TaylorMade ZT Spider putter did not change my game enough to warrant keeping it in the bag. So on that note, I'm actually going to be giving one of these putters away. Here I have the traditional 35-inch length Spider ZT and the 38-inch length Spider ZT putter that I've been playing with. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and comment below your favorite putter. I'm going to be giving one of these two clubs away. So remember, you have to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment whatever your favorite putter on the market is today. I hope this review and this recap is helpful. Overall, phenomenal product. I think TaylorMade did a fantastic job. They're just not necessarily for me, but hopefully one of these will be for you. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Good Old Days Golf.